Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, canal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Oscar De La Hoya, they did the opening press conference. Well, I guess that's what you call the opening press conference for Virgil Ortiz versus Michael McKisson at the Gallon Center or the Gallon Arena, and in LA, March 19th is when Virgil Ortiz be taking on Michael McKisson. Okay, UK guy. People who don't like the fact that he only got like 2 KOs, but he'd be fighting him in the title eliminator that will produce the mandatory for Terrence Crawford's WBO belt. Okay. I heard that Virgil Ortiz will not go into that fight after fighting Michael McKisson. I think they all waiting for what's gonna happen with Bud and Earl. Are they gonna fight and move up, vacate, move up? And then I think they all gonna go after vacant belts. And I'm fine with that. You want to get an opportunity to see the young lion slaughter the old lion. We all want to see that part of it, um, but at the end of the day, I like to see them pave their own legacy. I mean, really, once you look at it, what do they got to wait around for? All right, there's no Manny Pacquiao, there's no Floyd Mayweather. There very well may be no Errol Spence. They would just have Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman sold 30 to 39,000 pay-per-view buys. And it's like, why are we waiting around for him? He should be kissing our ass. You know what I'm saying? Um, so let's talk about it. Check out the Boxing News playlist. And most people feel the way De La Hoya feels. And a lot of people would ask if this is coming from a good place from Oscar De La Hoya. And obviously he's with his own. I'm not sure if they technically read back up with his own and reach a contract extension, but I'm Virgil Ortiz and Michael McKisson will be on his own. So I mean, I guess they have some type of agreement with the zone. I didn't see it get announced, but I know they was working towards a new contract. So, but for him to say he should take the Charlo Benavidez fight and go over to PBC, how does the zone feel about this? Because he probably working with the zone. In the zone, Canelo, they probably wouldn't have got that 4.3 billion capital injection without Canelo. So they was in a lot of debt until the guy came over and gave a 4.3 billion capital injection. And I think that's what the importance of Canelo. Al Heyman can get investors to put money into the company because they know Canelo gonna bring a return. And they don't know if Crawford and Spence is gonna bring a return. So I mean, once you look at it and all of that, man, Canelo changes companies. And it's sad that it's only one of him in the lower weight divisions. But for De La Hoya saying that that's who he should fight. I mean, obviously people want to see him fight names. And he's speaking from an objective standpoint, not as a company, man. I can respect that. But I mean, let's just read what he said, right? It's an interview on Fight Hype. You can watch it. I ain't got the permission to show it. So it says Canelo should face the toughest. He said, quote, long overdue. If I were Canelo, I was in Canelo era, I would go for the toughest guys. I would go for Benavidez. Charlo obviously said Oscar De La Hoya to Fight Hype. He said, quote, the money is being offered is almost the same, but I strongly feel that Canelo wants to be great and wants to break records, said De La Hoya. In order for him to do that, hopefully he'll pick Benavidez and Charlo and make a lot of money at the same time. So literally, he's hitting two birds with one stone here. He can make a lot of money and fight the very best and continue with legacy. Yeah, I think so, said De La Hoya when asked if Canelo still needs to fight Gennady Golovkin in the trilogy. Quote, when I said long overdue, I'm thinking Canelo has only gotten better and Triple G has declined just a bit. It would be the perfect moment for Canelo to put the nail in the coffin, so to speak. But I think for legacy, where Canelo is at his career, I strongly feel that he should go after Benavidez and Charlo. So I mean, let's talk on that real quick. I'll read it all. Oscar expects Canelo to choose Bivol and Golovkin. Who I think he'd go for Bivol and Triple G, said De La Hoya when asked who thinks Canelo will fight in 2022. Both options are great. It's a win-win for everyone. Whatever role he takes, it's a win-win, said De La Hoya about Canelo fights this year. So, I mean, I agree. I agree with everything he said. You got these super duper fanboys that's turning around saying that Beaver is the toughest, Beaver is the greatest, Beaver is this, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They going around saying that Beaver was that guy. You know what I'm saying? And nobody really know who Beaver is. And you know it's not going to advance your legacy. And then you just letting Benavidez get better. That's on you. That's pretty much what he doing. He allowing Benavidez to get better. You know, he might be allowing Charlo to get better or decline. But, you know, obviously, if you ask any fight fan what fight is a bigger fight, it's Benavidez and Charlo. Nobody care about Triple G in the free world, man. They don't. Unless you put it back on HBO, then I would agree. But on him going to the zone pay-per-view, man, I don't even know how that's gonna work. Are they gonna syndicate with the cable companies, or you be able to get the pay-per-view only through the zone? So I mean, in time we'll find out. But yeah, it's not gonna be a part of your DAZN description. You know, so I mean, yeah, obviously Benavidez and Charlo moves the needle, even for legacy, for popularity. You know what I'm saying? They tougher than, I don't care what they say. Be tougher than Beaver. Now I say Charlo tougher than Beaver because he can't drain Charlo. That's why he tougher than Beaver. He can't drain Charlo, bro. Charlo moving up, so it ain't like he can like, oh, you gotta, you only can come in at 175, 185, come fight, and they can't. It don't matter to Charlo. He moving up. He can do that to Benavidez though. You know what I'm saying? So that is true. He can Benavidez, but Benavidez is young enough at this point to probably overcome it, bro. So he really can't drain those guys. And like I said before, Canelo ain't never fought the toughest motherfuckers out there. But even Floyd wasn't the toughest. You know, he was a good 54 pounds, a welterweight. You know, Lara, he did fight Lara, and you see what happened. It was life and death. I felt Lara, but he fought Lara at 55. So, I mean, like I said before, when he did fight the toughest, is always, he always his money pulling power always put him at top. He always got the judges and all of that. So it don't matter. All four of them losing. All four of them might be different type of them. One might be a knockout. One might be a TKO. One might be a robbery. One might be a split decision. Even people saying that Danny Jacobs fights was close. I ain't see that though. But if he want to move the needle, it's Charlo and Benavidez. But like I said, I watched the Charlo fight and the Benavidez fight. I probably pay for one or two of them. But overall, bro, we already know the outcome. We already know he don't like to fight. And people, say, well, where's Charlo fought the best? Where's Benavidez fought the best? Where's this guy fought? My thing is, Canelo can do what he want to do. Canelo can fight. If Canelo wanted to move up, and fight, if Canelo wanted to move up, bro, and fight Deontay Wilder, he could. That's what people kill me when they talk about, the rest of the fighters' resume. Who Beaver beat? Excuse me. When they talk about the rest of the fighters' resumes and stuff of that nature, bro. And I think Canelo can fight anybody, bro. Anybody. So when people bring up like, Canelo this, Canelo that, and these dudes' resumes is not that good, fine, I agree. But Canelo can fight everybody. And when he can fight everybody, he still ain't fight Jermall. He still didn't fight Jermall at 54. You know what I'm saying? He still didn't fight he still ain't fight Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? I said Benavidez had that final belt, and everybody know this to be true. He wouldn't have win for undisputed, bro. Come on, he's an opportunist, bro. He's an opportunist. That's the golden child because he a funny looking Mexican. I won't say funny looking, but he's a different looking Mexican. He look Irish. So he can do whatever he want to do. And doing whatever you want to do and looking at it in its totality, bro, it ain't good enough. People talking about he the best Mexican of all time. Okay, how? How? He ain't never really blew nobody out and knocked nobody out in no important fight, bro. Like no real fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he can do whatever he want to do, but he finding white fighters when we didn't know this many white fighters exist in boxing, bro. We didn't even know this many white fighters existing in boxing. So people talking about his resume is trash. It's trash when you look at all the things. It's trash when you look at all the things that could have been done. He could have fought most of the guys and just coasted on the back end. Charlo, Andrade, them get him out the way. Or you can at least say, yeah, y'all fight each other, I fight the winner. You know what I'm saying? Be Benavidez and shit. People can't say, they gonna still say something, but damn, you solidified. He don't like to try. And versus Beevil, you know what he gonna do to Beevil. Beevil gonna come in a skeleton. Beevil said he don't love, but Beevil coming for a check. And everybody coming for a check. But I agree with Oscar De La Hoya. He should fight them, but I don't care. I don't care. He fight Beevil, who cares? He fight Triple G again, who cares? Triple G is the biggest fraud bum of all time. That's just what it is, bro. But De La Hoya, right? But then again, he ain't even got the best interest in the zone. I wonder how the zone feel about that. Honestly, I wonder what the zone feel about that, bro. Saying he should go over there and take on he should go over there and take on, go to the PBC and fight those guys. It is what it is. I think De La Hoya is speaking from a boxing fan perspective, but Canelo gonna beat him up. It don't matter. Charlo ain't got a chance. Bevo ain't got a chance. Triple G. Benavidez might have a small chance because he's young. He may have a small chance, but like I said, his fights are anticlimactic anyway. So, care who we fight, I ain't paying for no Bevo for sure. I support the brother and Charlo, but he gonna lose too. It probably Benavidez. I think Benavidez gonna come to win. But Bevo coming to lay down and Triple G. Look at his trajectory, his career. He coming to lay down. He coming for a check. That last fight he laid down, people talking about he won. Y'all got to be blind. Y'all don't know nothing about boxing. You think he won that fight. The first fight, okay. Cool. But that second fight, hell no. Nah. Not never. Ever. So, I mean, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. You agree with De La Hoya, you don't. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have business, question, inquiry, response, your video request, all my social media links, description. Well, hit the link tree. You can reach me everywhere on social media. Link tree, link in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Box News playlist. Peace.